So, Last Life is basically the modern Monopoly. You gather all your friends and family for a fun little game to play, and within 2 minutes, Grandma is spamming the /kill command like it's a prescribed medicine. All the while, little Timmy and Jenny are sitting there contemplating why Mommy and Daddy are getting a divorce. Is it because of them, or is it because of the fact that they took the railroad? And with Last Life being the digital monopoly that it is, we had everything from friends to allies to enemies, and of course, the deepest and hardest betrayals. We even had a super secret turning point which flipped the entire server on its head, forcing a fierce battle to take place at 0-0 to determine who would be crowned as the Emperor of Last Life. So trust me, you're going to want to watch till the end to see everything and how it played out. With that being said, let's jump into session 4. Last video, I ended up dying after a failed mission to kill the horse that Burrito King stole from me, which I took from Lava, who stole it from my sworn enemy Kamchi. You know, the horse that I teased Kamchi with in the diss track that I made on him? No, not that diss track, it's the first diss track, the one like in Last Life Part 1. Yeah, I really don't like that guy. After my failure, I decided working alone was a bit of a nightmare. Sure, I was probably in the higher tier for PvP out of all the players on the server, but a 1v12 is still not going the way I would like it to go. So I had to decide who I was going to team with. Lava L3T made a lot of sense as he was clearly interested in staying on my good side, providing me with Kamchi's horse for a steal of a deal. I guess I should go with... Wait, Philip just joined? You mean one of the most naturally gifted gamers I know besides Thomas? Not to be confused with Tom? Not to be confused with Tom? Not to be confused with Tom?
Whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa.
But in all seriousness, Philip is genuinely one of the best Minecraft players I know, meaning that he became an obvious choice to team with. I invited him to my base and discussed allying with him for the fight ahead. To była wasza basa, ta z kryształem. Ah, right, sorry, I forgot to mention that. I guess I should give some minor explanation here. Привет, mój drug. Je m'appelle Kuba. That's my name, by the way. Ich bin 20 jaar alt. I jestem gotowy na wojnę. That was a very convoluted way of saying I'm fluent in Polish. And Philip was Polish, meaning I could communicate with him in secrecy without anybody knowing what was being said. And it's always easier to trust somebody speaking your native tongue, meaning that he was going to trust me for the rest of this game, just because I spoke to him in his native tongue. Our alliance was now forged, and with our ability to speak openly without worry, we worked on our secret lair, adding a redstone door, crops, and hidden secrets within the secret. It's a surprise tool that will help us later. With our secret lair established, I went into the Nether to gather more ender pearls while Philip worked on producing bases around the map so that we could use them as outposts. I found a local piglin and put it in a box and started throwing gold at it aggressively, waiting to get those precious pearls. But before I got any, I started hearing noises. A large group of players was approaching me.
Oh my god!
Alright. I'm in a safe spot now. Alright, jerk.
Are we?
We're not Who the fuck?
Guys, it is this way.
Where are you at?
Oh. Hi, Cheese.
Hi. This is a surprise. Skywatch has dropped in on me, and sounds very suspicious. The group's large number imply they are staying together for strength to allow whoever the boogeyman is to get a kill easily, as there would be no other reason for them to travel as such a large group and seem so suspicious. A classic coward's move. Of course, it was obvious. I had to think of a way to escape. Now, I don't have any ender pearls on me, but in the time I've spent talking with Skywatch and doing this inner monologue, the piglins might have dropped some, meaning that I need to grab them for my own safety. What the hell is going on here?
We're just wandering around.
Hello? What's going on?
Hello.
We're exploring the Nether.
We were almost dying because
Why are you guys going back in?
Fair enough.
I hate the Nether.
Oh, watch out with this guy, guys. Whoop.
There's a little baby.
Yep.
Dead baby.
Do be
Why
like that.
are we still in here? Why are we still in the Nether?
We found cheese, guys.
Hi, gang. What's up?
Oh my god. Why are we
that's-
here? Why are we here?
That is not good.
Oh god. Oh, cool. Yeah, spectral arrows. Sick.
Yeah.
Oh shit, he saved. He lived. Sky, you lived.
After my near-death experience, I decided to check on the enchantment table, as it appears my once allies have turned on me. I discovered that the enchantment table was in fact missing. It was starting to look like Kingcraft players couldn't be trusted. After all my kindness and shows of friendship, they betrayed me. Today, they made a powerful enemy. With the large group gone, I made it home, gathering Philip and Lava L3T to form a larger alliance. We also included Speedy, but unfortunately she couldn't make it at the time, as she was too busy being my inside woman on Camchi's team. Now at this point you might be wondering why I didn't invite other SK members. Well, they weren't online, or they were called Camchi. I mean, there was also Shambo, but there is literally no conceivable way that I can ever trust that woman, ever. I mean, she still plays Among Us. It just ain't happening. However, there was one more person I could trust. Zav, an SK member down to his last life, meaning his goal was to kill everyone. That's right, I trusted a red life over Shambo. Would do that again any day. I paid him a lot of diamonds up front and ensured him that if anything were to go wrong and he'd end up losing his life, I would simply revive him using one of mine. In return, I asked him to be ready to fight and cause chaos for the other team. And just as the session ended, the SK Mafia was now in action. The first order of business was utilizing our surprise tool that we were gonna use later. Underneath the secret lair, I made a super secret semi-automatic potion lab. I had developed it to produce potions en masse, including strength, instant damage, and most importantly, invisibility potions. With this arsenal, I was able to sneak around to check up on what people were doing. This was going really well until Lava L3T told me that he could actually see me. Behind the scenes, Last Life used a team system to color coordinate people's lives. Anyone with a matching color was able to see me while I was invisible. Being in this visible-invisible state, me and Lava decided to have a chat with my so-called enchantment table ally, Skywatch. As we spoke of why he betrayed me, saying it was Iggy and that the others forced him to do it, Lava grew impatient, sending all of his lives over to his teammate Truly, lowering himself down to a red life, meaning he could now kill on sight. He punched Skywatch, sending him off the cliff to his death. We were no longer messing around. They awoke a fearsome force which should not have been provoked. The SK Mafia helped fund all of the outposts that we created around the map, with quick supplies and backup gear to allow us to easily recoup if at any point our main base was destroyed. Just in time too, as Coley proudly announced in chat, "Cheese and Philip, you need to die," which was quickly supported by most of Kingcraft. With the majority of the server now wanting to murder us on sight, me and Philip decided it was best that we grab all of the lab equipment and run away to one of our outpost bases, located in the corner of the map not occupied by anyone's main base. Zav ended up meeting up with us and also living out of this base, promising to not do any damage as a red life, as long as we kept paying him. Our first priority was getting the potion lab back up and running, because we needed to make as many invisibility potions as it was physically possible on the server, because from now on, our mobility was going to be hindered by everybody trying to kill us. Tensions were clearly brewing as the Kingcraft teams started searching for me and Philip, breaking apart our base and burning anything and everything that they could to try and find us. We stayed hidden for the vast majority of this session, but eventually, the Kingcraft team became way too impatient. They found Lava L3T atop of his large dirt platform. They filled up the river with dirt so that he had no escape and executed him. Our ally, our friend, gone. His teammate, Truly, didn't even bother reviving him, showing Kingcraft's true nature and how they could definitely not be trusted. We considered reviving Lava L3T ourselves, however, with me and Philip only having 4 lives each, and a small army searching the globe for us, we needed to keep them to stand a chance of surviving. Also, I'd like to point out that they claimed to be targeting me and Philip because of the fact that we had 4 lives each, which was like the most on the server or whatever. But guys, please press tab and tell me, why aren't you going for Camchi? He also has 4 lives. Why don't you bully him instead? Nevertheless, we worked tirelessly, ensuring that the base was set up correctly, walled up from all sides, and most importantly, at the perfect level to ensure that we could talk without being heard from above. As the session came to a close, I called over Skywatch, the host of the server, and informed him of the invisibility issue, which he said that he would fix for the next session. Despite our preparations, supplies were starting to run low. My Sweetberry food setup wasn't designed to handle this many players, and we couldn't exit the base as it would risk giving away our location and having our brewing system completely wiped out. But if I've learned anything from my years of playing modded factions, and factions for even longer, if there isn't somewhere to run, and your back is against the wall, go out there and be strong. I went up to the surface and I announced my intentions to all remaining who stood against us. You know what, guys? You've made a major mistake. Seriously. How on earth could you make one so big? I was being nice, keeping myself back, but no, you had to push me. This is your own doing. I went out gathering and returning supplies from all of our different outposts, all while being a red life, meaning that I was able to fight and kill anyone who stood in my way, no questions asked. Once all of our gear was safe, I ended up using invisibility to go and track our opponents and see if I could do some damage. Unfortunately, I didn't account for one little fact. Apparently, everybody on the Kingcraft server had to take an eye test and only get accepted if they get a solid 20/20 vision and predicted COVID-19, as every single time I stepped into the same zip code area as them, I was spotted instantly.
Hello, invisible man. Hey guys, just be careful. I saw someone invisible running around.
I did too.
He's right here. He's right here. I see him.
Oh, I ran right into the cobweb.
Where is he?
Oh, he's right under Pearl.
Cheesy.
Oh, I see.
He's right here. I continued my hunt and chose to follow Coley and try and kill him and Hungry Taco for starting the server-wide hunt for me and Philip.
Jeez, don't do this. Don't do this, Jeez. We're both red lives.
Huh?
Peace is right here.
Okay, I know I'm used to using invisibility on Hypixel where the player base consists of mostly 5-year-olds who can barely spot a non-invisible player sneaking into their base, but come on, how did Hungry Taco not only spot me, but was instantly aware it was me? Like, Kingcraft literally must be made up of psychics with 30/30 vision, and at this rate, I think that they should be considered a global superpower and sent to Ukraine to— oh, Skywatch didn't actually fix the invisibility issue. Shit. Skywatch, how could you betray me like this? I only watched you get murdered! After Skywatch assured me this time that he fixed the issue, again, I used Invis to go back out with another set of gear, but what I found shocked me. Burrito King and his hunt party were on the doorstep of our new base. Zav and Philip were pinned down, and I wasn't able to take the 1 versus 4. Quite frankly, it was starting to look hopeless. It was starting to look like this was going to be the end of the SK Mafia. And there was no one left to help us. Or at least, that's what any normal person would think. Using the last of my invisibility, I ran in and killed Burrito King's horse, ensuring he couldn't escape what was to follow. As you see, the truth is, the game was rigged from the start. I had something up my sleeve. The entire time I spent playing Last Life, the entire previous video, and this video included, missed out one key bit of information. Me and Kamchi don't hate each other. You see, the first meeting between me and Kamchi didn't go how I said it did. Right there and then, me and Kamchi decided that we were going to win Last Life. We started a false narrative about how we hated one another, vocally and publicly telling both SK and Kingcraft alike how we hated one another. Hell, I even lied to all of you. Kamchi was the one who gave me the enchanted gear from his villager. It wasn't even Speedy. Kamchi never told me to get out of his house. That audio was completely faked. The entire diss track I made, Kamchi knew about that before it even happened. The second one, that one was just for fun. The entire horse situation, staged. Kamchi and I shared every single piece of information that each other had. What you don't get is our rivalry was designed to force people to choose a side. And sure, maybe they won't pick a side, not outright ally with either of us, but you know what they might end up doing? Oh, I don't know, declaring me as an enemy, declaring me as the biggest threat on the server. And as we all know, an enemy of an enemy is a friend, right? It was the perfect plan. We informed one another about every single piece of information we had. If one of us lost track of a horse, the other would know. If one of us lost the enchantment table, the other would know. If one of us died, the other would supply them in secrecy. We did this at such a scale that we had pages and pages of documents documenting every single occurrence in every single session with every single piece of information told to us by every single player during our entire play session. We even created an entire map of the world documenting every single base, outpost, and every single thing that was possibly there. In fact, here's the one that we used for session 1, and by the time we got to session 6, we literally knew everything, because everybody would eventually, oh, you know, here's a little secret I have, and it would get back to us, because we were the head of whatever organization we were, therefore meaning that everything that anybody would ever say would come back to us, and that would mean that every single base, every single secret, and every single piece of information that anybody had was entirely ours. You want to hear an example? Shambo had a villager with a sharpness 2 diamond sword, a very important tool to have on Last Life because we weren't allowed to stack enchantments using books or anvils. So, she might not give me access to that, or in fact even let me know that such a villager exists, but you know who she will let know that it exists? Kamchi, or Speedy, or anybody in that group, who eventually will get it back to Kamchi, who will eventually get it back to me, meaning all I have to do is request Kamchi to find the villager, or ask her to show him it, which she did perfectly fine and showed him where the villager was, because of course Kamchi was my enemy. She could use Kamchi to get to me and kill me. Kamchi's gonna get a few of those sharpness 2 diamond swords, and then Kamchi's going to happen to deliver a few of them to me, while nobody knows. Or maybe Skywatch and I might have stolen an enchantment table, and I offered to keep it at my base, while we went and found a place to put it. Oh, and maybe while it was sitting there at my base, Kamchi might have went over and used it a couple times, just because he happened to know about it. Wow, what a crazy concept. Like Minecraft villagers, we coaxed them to produce equipment, weapons, armor, and even food, and all that was theirs was ours too. Oh, and remember that little tidbit about speaking Polish? Kamchi also speaks fluent Polish, meaning while I ran away from Kamchi on his horse shouting in Polish, everybody assumed I was gloating over him, when in reality I was simply sharing information back and forth without anybody else knowing. We had thought of everything. So now that we were seemingly doomed, it was time to use our secret partnership. I called Kamchi over, and we escaped the world border to get Burrito King's attention. We wanted him to understand his position, and offer one last piece of mercy.
I've been good. Can we just, like, chill? Like, I'm scared, man.
Are we not chill?
I mean, you know, it depends how you look at it. Oh, you should probably kill that zombie. It's probably not ideal. Oh, Jesus Christ. It's been just non-stop heart pounding. I'm not gonna lie to you, coach. Oh, don't mind the dot, bro.
With this action, Burrito King showed that he couldn't grasp the power difference between us. We chased the rest of them away, with Iggy only managing to escape through some well-timed lag.
Whoa, lag. Fuck's sake, lag, not ideal in that sort of time.
We met back up with Zav and Philip, gearing ourselves up with mine and Kamchi's shared wealth, and making an abundance of spare gear which we placed in ender chests and chests around spawn. I went back out with more invisibility potions to spy on what the Kingcraft team was going to do now that they knew that they were going to be sheep for a slaughter. They started making a fortress at 0-0 where they planned to fight us. I started making several tunnels leading into the middle so that I could easily sneak into their little fortress of solitude, overhearing some interesting statements.
No.
So that will slow them down as well.
BK, can you have your operator friend just do /kill space cheesebobi?
During this time, Kingcraft announced that they were going to shrink the world border to force us into a final fight, so I decided to pillar up and ruin their little lava feature. Unfortunately, I didn't account for their ability to shoot invisibility players. I'm still convinced that every Kingcraft player has to do like a Where's Waldo puzzle and have to solve it within 0.3 nanoseconds to be part of Kingcraft, otherwise their vision is deemed unworthy. As I escaped down the water, I wasn't expecting Burrito King to be waiting for me at the bottom, meaning that he managed to kill me. I also didn't appreciate the fact that our base was now outside the world border, meaning I died upon respawning, losing an additional life. I flew back to my team and was revived by Kamchi, who had an abundance of lives, as I actually gave him all of my lives when I decided to turn into a red life. I equipped one of the backup sets and went in for the final battle. I used my tunnels to enter the fortress quietly and positioned myself to jump the Kingcraft crew from behind as the rest of SK attacked from the front.
Ow!
Oh, hell. Beat, get
Yes,
that
Isaac.
Nice, Isaac.
There were, however, some unexpected issues.
There's spawn protection! Why is there spawn protection? Bro, we should have been informed about this. That's pretty cringe. Hey guys, what's up, gamers?
Isaac hidden case.
Wait, can we place? Where can we place? Like nowhere? Bruh. Wait, how did you guys place the cobwebs then? Bruh, I'm calling bullshit.
Oh, how low are you, Taco? Please.
Got him. Oh, nice.
Wait, DK!
Behind. Oh.
I come in case. I don't want to ladder.
What's up? Come on. I'm gonna splash sprank on all of this. We all run in and absolutely deck one first.
Hey, BK.
Ready? DK's
Go,
out
go,
here.
quick.
DK's out here, quick.
Quick.
No. Ow.
Oh, BK.
Oh,
Watch out! Watch out!
Oh, shit.
Somebody get it, truly. It's on me.
oh! I still had to do a Pokemon kill.
Ow.
Got him.
Nice.
Speedy, watch out. People around you.
Ooh. Yes.
And anybody got a problem with any of this? Hello, Iggy.
Beautiful.
Iggy. None of this, boys. And that's how Team SK secretly slaps. Oh, fucking 10 out of 10.
Wait,
Let's
one
go.
So, SK won last life. Despite the difference in numbers, a large fortress, and some absolutely BS world spawn protection, which meant that we couldn't even place blocks or break their cobwebs, we managed to overcome all of it and wipe Kingcraft from the last life server. With SK winning the battle, Kingcraft requested we fight one another to determine the final winner, the Emperor of Last Life. A fair request based on the situation presented, in my opinion. With my blade prepared and pouring in blood after my 7 final kills up until this moment, I was ready to add to it. Until the Kingcraft people decided to use /kill on me and Kamji because apparently we're too dangerous to be kept alive. That or Burrito King was mad that we rode his wife.
Yeah, she's got some nice long hair, and you know that she's a bad chick. All the boys stare, can't help it, it's a habit. Clothes that she wears, short skirt and a jacket. I just wanna get her all alone on a mattress. I just wanna have it, I just gotta have it. Rumors all around say her body is fantastic. All natural, not a piece of fur is plastic. Head to her toes, yeah, they say that she's alive. Yeah, the whispers all around say she...
Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.